Catherine from China. Who else do we have here? Hello, Adriana. Great to see you. Who am I missing? Andre. Good to see you as well. We got Hal. Hal's enjoying life in the Caribbean. Who else do we have? Judy. Great to see you all the way from the Philippines.
Paul, hey Paul.
Hello.
Hey, good morning from Barbados.
Paul, good to see you.
Hello.
Woohoo! Look at that.
Judy with the
Thomas is
time.
here too. Woohoo!
Thomas is on board. All right. Well, want to welcome everybody. Hard to believe it's already halfway through the year. We got Murley's jumping on as well. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing our slide. I hope this is the right one. I think it is. All right, here we go. So, welcome everyone. I know the World Cup is going on, but we're all one family. I learned in Latin America, there's three things we don't talk about in BNI. It's religion, politics, and football, apparently. So I learned that last month in Peru. So we won't talk about it. So yeah, our agenda kind of remains the same. We'll open up with a core value moment. I may just reach out to and put somebody on the spot for the core value moment. Um, we'll talk about some learning that's been going on around the world, some of the projects we're working on, some upcoming trainings, and then as always, we're gonna have a lot of updates. Truman and Raj are both gonna share about BNI Academy. Obviously, there's a lot of movement with the translation support, and then we'll open it up to any questions or comments or anything you'd like to share, and then we'll end it with a closing quote. So I'm gonna kind of open this up. Judy, would you please share the core value moment that's on your mind and on your heart today?
Thank you, Steve. I got a feeling that you'll call me, but I was really thinking about lifelong learning because the more we think we know, there's just a lot more things to know. So I'm just so excited to keep learning from all of you and from the community. So I've been doing that this week from the different trainers. So thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you, Judy. And I saw the pictures and all that from the from your national conference. Looked great. Looked awesome, and I know there was a lot of training and a lot of learning going on there. So yeah, and we're here to learn from you all as well. All right, so just some training around the world. On the left, that's our own Jen Talley in London, uh, presenting on BNI Member Accelerator. If you aren't using that, familiar with it, use it. It is awesome. I think we've got Merle, you might have to help me out with that one on the top. I think that's Japan, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. There's Japan.
That's right. And then we have our graduates in the bottom in the middle there from our EMEA, National Master Trainer Certification Program. And then, yes, we did brand Thomas with the BNI logo while we were there also, if you can see. Actually, Max Cernavasan somehow captured that. That was awesome. Some trainings and just some updates. A lot of stuff happening with BNI Academy. Like I said, Truman's going to take us through a lot of those things, and as well as Raj. The National Master Trainer and Certified Trainer Program, we kind of wrapped up our first world tour in APAC, EMEA, Latin America. Went over extremely well in getting our national master trainers trained, our certified trainers. A lot of great content. The goal with this is obviously to build collaboration, build consistency in the trainings, everything from launch director training, support director training, member focused training. So we covered a lot in those, and it's being put to good use. If you have any questions about this, I know we've got Paul on here. He went through it in London. So reach out to each other. We are going to be setting up some national master trainer calls, kind of like the POC calls for greater collaboration in the near future. So stand by for that. Um, as always, ongoing launch director consultant training and support director consultant training. A lot of this is going to happen at the market level, but Jenny Butts is going to be leading another training coming up. We'll announce that in a few slides. A lot of stuff with the member training. With the National Master Trainer, we've been really emphasizing the first year member learning journey and everything from MSP to the passport, the new new member mentorship program, first year member essentials, the member accelerator, key skills workshops. We really want to push these to help enhance our members' experiences. And a lot of those, they're not just for first year members. They are great trainings for our tenured members as well that might need a little for their lifelong learning. Maybe they're kind of stuck in a little bit of a rut and they need a little bit of push. Great trainings that are all part of that program. As always, a lot of stuff going on with our executive directors and national directors, from onboarding to renewal training, advanced trainings, things like that for them. As everybody knows, for the majority of the world, we've got leadership team training coming up. Onboarding those new leadership teams in October. I know some of you do it twice a year. Some of you are doing it in April, but the big push is going to be in October. So make sure you're ready. If you have anything that you need from us, please feel free to reach out. A lot of updates and with the new links and things like that to Academy on the Passport to Success, new member, I cannot say that. New member mentorship program. Big shout out to Truman for going through that, getting all the updated links and things like that. This is a great program to really help onboard our new members. So make sure you're using that. It's on BNI Academy. Jeremy Walsh is continuing the BNI Technology series. So all the new stuff from BNI Plus and Insights and Connect and all that. Jeremy's been doing a great job with that every Friday. And then the Founders Education Series, Ivan's on his world tour of conferences over the next couple months. We'll pick up again in September on that, but that will continue going forward starting then. So a lot of stuff going on. So some upcoming training that we've got going on. Like I mentioned, launches is the big one. We're really pushing launches, helping to hit our goal of 1 million members. Jenny's going to be leading this in the July and August launch director training starting on July 3rd and going through weekly. This is that 4-part applied learning series that we've been doing that been having such incredible success with. And this is going to be going from 1 to 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. So 90 minutes every Thursday starting July 3rd through August 20th. So
Hey,
great.
Steve, that's July 30th.
July 30th. What did I say?
You said the third twice. That's okay.
Oh.
We got you.
See what it says, not what I'm saying. Maybe that's how that should go. All right. Thank you for that. All right. Some other stuff. Obviously, we've been putting this out for a while. We got a South Africa executive director training that's going to be on July 29th through July 31st. Really looking forward to that one. We've got the registration link. The slides will be sent out. So please share this with your executive directors. I've never been to South Africa, but from what I understand, it is awesome. So great, not only a great learning experience, but at a great venue. And then we will have executive director training also again at Global Convention. This time it's going to be in beautiful Monaco. We've got the registration link here as well. So for our EDs that need renewal training or even just some refresher training, a lot of new content really focused on growth, development, strategic planning to get them through their next 3 to 5 years and help them achieve their goals. So great ED training. I got to give a big shout out to Merle and Catherine and Paula and everybody who's had some input on this. It's really good. What else? The tech trainings, the tech talks that Jeremy's doing. Make sure that you and your people are signed up for these to really understand everything from Ask Ivan, BNI Connect, Academy Insights, all the tech tools. Jeremy's been doing an awesome job with that, and it is continuing each and every week on Friday mornings. I'm going to turn it over now to Truman. He's got a lot to share with you on BNI Academy, so I'm over to you, Truman.
Thanks, Steve. And that's true. We do have a lot coming. This first section, we're going to talk about our local resources update, which is going to be launching this coming Monday, July 6th. So some of these slides are going to be a reminder. We talked about them last month, but some small pieces of information has changed. So we'll go through them again so they're fresh on our mind. Next slide, please. The local resources is a folder structure for each country that's going to allow custom permissions set by the national office. So right now we have our great central resource categories. They're for anyone who speaks that language and usually associated with a certain role as well. So it's really easy to share resources across a language and across a role. We're a global organization. We think that's a huge need of ours, is being able to collaborate and share resources. This system is going to be the other half of that component. It's how do we allow you a place on Academy for you to share resources locally within your country. You could have folders for individual regions. Do you want folders for this specific role in this region? So it's going to be really customizable, but the people who are going to be able to set the permissions and let everybody else then use it are only going to be limited to the national directors and national admins. The reason for that is it's not a super complicated process, but it is really important that every step of this process is followed to a T. So we want to make sure that we train those individuals who are going to be in it well and that they're used to using that system. But it allows uploading to the site directly. You won't have to go through the global training team. So we're really excited to roll this out. Next slide. So in the default view, the new view of the resources page is going to have these tabs at the top that say all resources, global resources, local resources. The default view is going to be users are going to see all resources. So if your members go on the site and they don't know if it's in global or local and they search for it, they should find it. We don't want them to have to consciously think or be aware of if something's global or local. Users can search through all resources, the global resources, or the local if they decide to filter down to that level. Next slide, please. So when we select global resources, the central resource system is going to be visible, and the local resource folders will not even be shown in that left bar. So if you hit global resources, you're not seeing any of the local resources, and you're not even seeing the folders they belong to, so it doesn't confuse you. Next slide. If you hit local resources, alternatively, the global folders will not be visible. So you can see on the left, I put a few dummy folders up. No global folders will be visible. You'll only see the local folders that your national office has set up. I assume with collaboration with probably their executive directors and their local teams. So that will be where you'll find things that are only for your country. For members, we assume that a lot of our countries are going to set this up for regions or maybe for roles or chapters. So if you're a member logging in, you might only see a few folders. And our best practice would probably be having members see fewer folders rather than more. So when they select local resources, they might only see a few. And we're really excited about that. So it really tailors down what you can have being shown to your members. Next slide, please. So both view and upload permissions can be set for each folder. This is really important so we can decide that some people can view a folder. Let's say everyone will be able to view this folder. Members can view it, but not everybody can upload to it. Upload permissions, the lowest they can be set to is an area director. So they have the ability for executive directors to be set to be able to upload, but it cannot go lower than that. You're never going to have the ability for a member to upload to a folder, for a president or a support director to upload to a folder. The lowest it will go is that executive director, area director level, and higher roles. But for all of these folders, you will be able to set different permissions for who can see it as opposed to who can upload to it. Next slide, please. Role and location are also available. So if you want to say only support directors for these couple regions, that's totally viable. You can do that. If you want all support directors in a country. Conversely, you could do, we're running this campaign across the whole country, and we want everybody who has this role in this whole country to see it. So it's really, really flexible for whatever you're looking to do. Next slide, please. So who and how? National teams can start planning how they want to set up their folders now. If you want to do it by location, that's a totally viable approach to take. If you want to do it by topic, that also is perfectly fine. By role, it's completely up to the national offices and their teams. I'll estimate that probably you'll have a mix of all of the others based on your needs, maybe a campaign that you're running and then something for your roles. But only those in BNI Connect that have the role of national directors and national admins will have the ability to make any changes. So if someone on your national team is probably going to be the best person to be making those changes, but they may not have that role in BNI Connect, I would tell you that you probably should have them verify that in Connect or get that changed so you can hit the ground running when we release this. One more click, please, Steve. Next week, we're going to have 2 sessions to kind of just have an overview of this local resources update and a step-by-step walkthrough of the update. With a lot of our tech-heavy walkthroughs, they're really a step-by-step process. I wouldn't call them an official training, even though that's kind of the title of our Zooms, is that it's a training, but it's really an overview because when you go through this, you're going to have a PowerPoint, and we estimate that you'll probably take this PowerPoint and just go slide by slide. I need to click here. I need to click here. And I'd really encourage you to do that so you don't miss a step. But we'll have 2 sessions. The content is going to be the exact same on both sessions. Next slide. And here they are, Wednesday, this is Eastern time, 8:30 a.m., and Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern. The content is going to be the exact same on both of these calls. So if you or your national director or your national admins are attending, they only need to worry about attending one call. We will have these recorded. Leandro, these are going to be live links, so they're going to be right here in this PowerPoint that you can register right following this call when we put it in the Teams chat. But good point. So we'll have 2 of these options for you. Next slide, please. And that's our local resources update. If you have any questions, we can take them right at the end of this call. We're really excited to bring this to you. A little piece of information is that this is releasing July 6th, which is this Monday. We're going to have a big site update. It's also combined with like 25 different bug fixes that's coming to the site. It's going live on Monday. Tuesday, we're going to be testing it just because it's going to be a live environment. And we're going to be setting up all of the different country folders for you. So the global training team, the only piece of the local files we're going to be involved in is we'll have to set up your first folder. So if you're in France, we'll set up the France folder that you'll be able to see. And all of the other folders that'll be created will be underneath that folder. So we're going to use Tuesday to set those up for you. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we'll have the trainings on those pieces. So hold your horses. Don't dive in just yet on Monday because we don't want you doing anything that is set up improperly. You have to walk back. Attend those trainings on Wednesday and Thursday, and we'll get you set up at the end of the week. All right,
Awesome.
On to other Academy updates. Big things around assigning, unassigning, and reassigning. When this update goes live on Monday, when you're using the advanced assigning tool, all users who fit that criteria you're searching for will be displayed regardless of if they've already been enrolled or not. So this is a screenshot from our testing environment. This is exactly what it's going to look like. I typed in George and searched the MSP. So I knew I was going to get a mix of people who are already enrolled and not. And this is what came up. You can see some of them are already assigned. Some of them are not already assigned. You can assign the training to them. So at least you're not going to be wondering, why is this person not displaying? Why are they not coming up? Next slide, please. Additionally, we've had a couple mishaps that were a little understandable where people are clicking fast and they accidentally assign something or unassign something to a lot more people than they were intending to. So we've had a new pop-up that's going to display when you're using the advanced assigning that's going to show you what function you're using. Is it assigning? Is it unassigning? Is it reassigning? And how many users you're trying to do it to. So very commonly, we've had just people who are thinking they're doing it to one or maybe a few that don't realize they're selecting a whole criteria. We hope that this will address that issue. It'll say you're about to unassign to 1,046 users. Well, maybe that's not what I was intending to do. Let me cancel out, make sure I'm selecting the right things. The other part of that, if you'll click one more slide, please, is when you're unassigning and reassigning, to make sure we are so clear with what those functions do, we're going to have some new caution messages at the top of the page that make sure you're aware that when you unassign or reassign, you are deleting learners' progress for those training pieces. So if you're unassigning from a training, you're removing their learner progress and resetting it. So if the message is a little different depending on if you're unassigning and reassigning, but the core functionality is the same, we want to make sure you're aware that this does remove learners' progress, and that's not something that we can restore. So just trying to put these helpful guardrails that really just key users into exactly what's going on in the system when they're performing these functions. We hope these will be useful so we don't see as many mishaps in the future. Next slide, please, Steve. And I'm going to hand it briefly over to Raj so he can talk through some of the new reports that are coming to the system.
Thank you, Truman. Yeah, indeed, those are the great updates, what we are expecting in next week. So, fingers crossed, and making sure that the academy is going to be used at the max its potential. So apart from that, we have a couple of report requests which has been in the pipeline. We had few reports in the business builder and it not got replicated, or it's not as same what we had, but we did try replicating those kind of reports and making sure that the respective users who have a permission to download the reports, or maybe you're working on the reports, they can use the system at max to get the utilization of the report. So basically, we are trying to implement one of the 5 of the major reports, which are the My Report, Course and Program Report, Course Program Completion Report, and User Report, along with that the Course Duration Report. So basically, My Report is nothing but like an individual user report, like a self report where you can see your own progress about the courses which you have been enrolled. What is the progress of it, whether you are at risk, on pace, or completed, and what's the duration you have spent, all the details actually. When it comes for the program or the course and program report, this is one of the what we can say kind of a key report where you can save your template. Like for example, you want to generate a MSP report or maybe the leadership training report on a set frequency that you have to generate on every Monday, or maybe like you have to generate on next every alternative day. So if you can select the required course or the required program, and you can just save it as your template, so that you can just regenerate again and again whenever you want. So you can just save the template with the title you want to have it, and just run the report each and every time if you want. So apart from that, the course and program completion report, like we are trying to give a kind of a time frame to the system so that you can generate the report of all the programs, of all the course completion done in a specific duration. So this has been set only for the 30 days of max because of the system load and the capacity. So for example, if you're going to generate a report from 1st of Jan to 31st of Jan, so that is going to give you the list of users completed during that particular time frame. And this is explicitly only for your region, country, or with the level of access what you have in the in the academy. And user report is one of the feature which it will be providing in detail of an individual user. So you'll be required to search with their email ID or with their name. So it is going to give you the list of all the courses program being enrolled with the status as well, like they're completed, not completed, or on pace or off pace. The last one would be the course duration report. Again, it's going to be part of a course or a program. So we are going to switch between the toggles of having a course or a program which you want to generate it. So again, it will be for a 30 days time duration of the time span. So where you can set or what you can say is like you can just generate entire report for a particular 30 days. It's not going to be like it has to be a month. You can generate from in between or a week or maybe for a few days, something like that. And it is going to give you the exact duration being spent by an user for an individual course or for the entire program. For example, if there is a course A which is going to be having like around 30 minutes and user 1 and 2 has been completed with the duration of 5 minutes or 10 minutes, that's the duration is going to get captured in the system, and the same is going to get pulled in the report. Yeah, apart from this, like we did receive some of the issue or maybe concern related to the reporting as well. Like the system is not giving the exact title of the course or the program. It is going to give in the alphanumeric for the non-English courses or the programs. So that is also going to get fixed during the 6th July rollout. Actually, maybe I'll call it as a production update. So with this, we're excited with the new features updates, new patch updates, and all the bugs fixed and everything. Yeah, excited. So looking forward to use BN Academy as much we can. Yes, Jen.
I don't think we made a slide. We should have, and we will definitely send it out in the chat as a reminder. But the system is going to be down for these updates. There are so many fixes, bugs, the category changes, and all of that. So, correct me, guys, if I'm wrong, but I think it was Monday, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Eastern
That's
US.
correct. That's correct.
Yes.
Like the system will be down for 2 hours max.
Yeah.
So that time user will not be able to access any of the course content, anything like that. So it will be under maintenance.
Yeah, it'll be in. Thank you. We should have made a slide, but like I said, we will put it in the chat so you can let your users know. Thanks.
Thank you, Jen, for bringing up that point actually.
Yeah. Thank you. We did have, and Truman and Raj, we do have some questions that came in. I think we'll probably address those now before we move on to the next area. Leandro asked, in 2019, he was talking to Megan and she said BNI University was not able to handle regional folders. Will BNI Academy servers handle all this customization? And do we have a restriction for video files?
Great point, Steve. And I actually was hoping we would touch on the questions. It's always good having Leandro and Evelyn on the calls because I think they ask the best questions. Yes, BNI Academy can handle all of this customization. So we do have a few guardrails in place, Leandro. For instance, you will only be able to make 3 sub-levels deep of folders. We think that should be ample for probably what you're looking to do. You can make as many folders as you would like within those sub-levels, but what we wanted to prevent was somebody getting 20 sub-levels deep, and that really causes issue on the system for loading and complexity, and I don't think it would best serve anybody. So it will be able to handle all that customization. Do we have a restriction for video files? Yes, you cannot upload video files into the local resources. It just would be too much onto the system. It would bloat the system too much, and we don't really have a good handle on being able to have files that large uploaded. So we won't be able to do video files to the local resources. I also see that you had another question. Will we be able to move the current files the global team uploaded? Great question. One of the first pieces we're going to be working on after the local files are released is bulk moving and managing resources. It's not something that we currently have on the system, but we do want to give you the ability to be able to move those in bulk. So you're not re-uploading anything. You're just going to have to move them from where they currently are to where they're going. So we're hoping to bring that as soon as we can once this update releases. We didn't just want to sit on the update though until that was ready. So it will probably be at minimum a few weeks. We don't have a solid timeline when it's coming, but we want it as soon as we can get it because we know that's kind of the companion pieces to the local resources is then moving everything from global to local. So great questions.
Yeah, we had a couple other in the chat. I'm going back in it. Evelyn asked, will there be an option to expand the sidebar in the menu? They've gotten feedback that it's hard to navigate through since they're quite narrow and a lot of breaks in longer category names.
Another good question, Evelyn. I think that we're aware that that is an issue, and that's something we definitely want to work on. We have a priority list of all of the updates we want to bring to the system. Right now, we're focusing on ones that allow you to bring features to the system that previously didn't exist that we think are really substantial needs, like local resources. But we do have that one slotted in our priority list for something to address. It just won't be in the immediate future as we work to kind of bring these really big updates. So I can promise that it is coming because we agree there's work to be done on that sidebar, especially around the visibility. Jen is right. You can hover over it and have the word appear. I know that's kind of an inelegant solution. I don't think it's a permanent one, but at least it's something that we can do. But we'll try and bring that to the system as soon as we can.
Awesome. Thanks, Truman. Another question from Adriana. She asked, will we still be able to update existing resource links in Academy as we could in Business Builder? We'd like to replace the file in an existing resource instead of creating a new resource each time we have an updated version.
Another great question, Adriana. Yes, you can update existing resource links in Academy. So that link will not change. What you'll see, and maybe we'll go over this on a couple slides on the local resources because nobody's uploaded or edited a resource yet in Academy, is you'll see an edit resource button and the file will be visible that you'll have there. And you'll just simply remove that file and replace it with a new one, hit save, and the link will stay the same. So you won't have to edit any of the links when you're doing kind of version control. And it's actually best practice to do exactly what you're saying. So I'm glad you asked. It's so much better to replace a file than upload another file.
Awesome. Another question from Evelyn. If a course or learning program is restricted to, say, only EDs, will members show up in the assigning process?
Yeah, Evelyn, on that particular issue, it is kind of a bug where when we are going to set up a folder level access for the permission to be viewed only for the EDs or maybe some other specific role. But what is happening is if a user is going to get a direct link for a course, they can still go and they can view the course. So in this case, the user is getting added to the program, but not to the sorry, I'm sorry, I'll correct myself. The user is getting added to the program report, not for the exact program level. So I'm working with our development team to this bugs to be fixed, and probably we're going to work after the updates of the after the 6th of July.
Awesome. Thanks, Raj. Let's see. Daniel had asked, will this fully replace BNI Connect docs, which are hard to garden at one point, or will BNI Connect docs stay available for the foreseeable future?
Good question, Daniel. This does not interfere with anything going on in Connect or replace anything going on in Connect. So the BNI Connect documents will stay available.
I think that's all the questions we had either in the Q&A or in the chat that I saw. Evelyn has raised her hand. Go ahead, Evelyn.
I have a quick follow-up questions to Adriana's question. So the update of a resource will only be possible when we have like the bulk moving. So right now, while they're on global, we can't update anything. But when we have like the global files moved to the local files, we can update them ourselves, right?
Good point. Yes, if it's in a global resource and you're moving it to a local folder. So whether or not you can update the file is just depending on where the file is. If it's in a folder that you have upload permissions to, you can edit it. If it's not in that folder, you can't. So for the ones that are in global resources, you won't be able to update them until we move them to local resources and you have permission to edit things in that folder. But if you were to upload something, the update's coming live on Monday. If you were to upload something right after the training and we make the folders on, let's say, Thursday to the local resources, you would be able to update it immediately if you had that permission for that folder.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Of course. Good question.
Yeah. Big shout out to Truman, Raj, Jen, the entire team, the development team that's been working on some of these upgrades. These are the things we've been planning since Academy started, and they're all kind of coming to fruition now. We know there will be a little bit of growing pains and things like that, but please communicate with us if there's problems or issues. We're more than happy to help you in any way that we can. But these are all big wins for us. We know the Academy, it's like any other tech platform. It's going to be a constant upgrade, constant improvement is what we're focusing on to make the experience much better for you and for all of our users. So thank you all for your support on that. I think at this point we'll turn it over to Raj for the Academy, or I think we're back to you, Truman, on the
Yep,
Academy
we're
survey.
back to me. If you haven't gotten sick of me yet, I've got one more slide and then I'll get out of your hair. But we are going to be launching our first Academy satisfaction survey next week to members around the globe. The survey is going to display when the learner logs into the site. It's going to be a pop-up that's housed within the LMS. So for those who are aware of the Business Builder one, you had to go to a Cognito form. Now we have the capability to launch them directly in the LMS. So it will pop up, it'll let the user select the language that they want to take the survey in, and it will appear every time they log in until they complete the survey. So we're going to try and make it streamlined, really easy for them to take. If they don't want to take it, they can always exit out, but it will pop up. And once they submit that survey, the LMS knows and it will stop displaying the survey for that user. Evelyn, yes, you're welcome to look over the translation for German. I'll send it over to you. I should be making that survey, well, as soon as we can. It's going to launch next week. We estimate it probably will run just until next Friday, but it's going to launch sometime next week, and I'll send that translation over to you, Evelyn. It's going to be available in almost every language, so we're really excited to kind of get that level of feedback back from the field. And now I will turn it over to Raj and get out of here.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Truman. All right, Raj.
Thank you, Steve. We'll go for the next slide. Sorry. It's kind of a quick input on the report. The status report. What we are seeing is as on 1st June to the 30th of June report, where we have kind of providing a key highlights, like we have like 88% of the penetration being done for the course enrollment. It's need not to be like all the 3,363 users, out of which 320 enrollments are done, has to be the same user profile or something like that. But there might be cases where one user has been might be enrolled for more than one course or maybe for multiple courses for the program. So due which the entire enrollment has been counted for around 88%, and we have a significant user engagement been done for the last month, which is like around 29,000 users have been actively accessing the LMS system, and they're going through the courses, going through the program, and doing the completions as well. And overall, we are seeing around around 47.5% of completion rate, or with the enrollment and along with the completions. So the same thing what we had for the previous month as well. So it's been continued for the current month. I mean, for the month of June as well. And as you can see, we have a spike being done for our for some of the courses, which include some of our HR courses, which happened during the month of during the date on 18th, 23rd, and 26th of June. So on the providing an insight, we still remain around 25% of completion, which around for around 73.5% of the enrollment been done. What have been enrolled for 73%, still they're remaining around 25% of completion, and around 25.36 users enrollment been reached on around 100% of completion, which has been between the range of 75 to 100%. So on the positive note, we have around 0.2% of active users been increased on a week-on-week basis for the last month, which is kind of a great sign. And I think we are expecting some more number of concurrent users going to get accessing our BNI Academy in the upcoming days as well. So we'll go with the next slide, Steve. on the no MSP completion, which is the dated is as on 1st of July. So during the last call, I used to provide a data like month on month, like what is the what is the no completion rate of no MSP. I'm sorry, no MSP completion rate for the last month. So this time we thought of providing a difference between what has happened as on 3rd June and what we have as on 1st of July. So just wanted to give a breakup on that. So as we can see from December 25 to April 26, there is a shows a reduction being done on the MSP, which is around like 3,000 plus users have been moved from no MSP completion to the they have completed their MSP. Yes, there is a significant increase in the month of May, but we'll be having some more inputs when we're going to get the next upcoming report in the month of August. So there will be see like what is the difference between the for the last month what we had and what's going to be happening in the month of May as well. And as we can see, there is a large reduction being done in the month of April, and which is like around 1,600 plus users or the learners. So there is a huge contribution being done, and I really thank each and every admins, the mentors, and all the other leaders, so that they're taking the initiative of making this count. Like it's not a small count. Like for the last 30 days, it's like 3,000 plus users, or maybe I'll correct myself, like 3,000 plus learners, where their MSP has been moved, no MSP has been moved from for MSP completion, which is a great sign. So we're expecting some more completion in upcoming days as well. So with this, we'll go for the next slide, Steve. Just a breakup on the percentage of the no MSP completion has been grouped. So with the varying around like those 7 to 20% of the no MSP has been happening between 25 countries, and 20 to 34% is from the 25 countries. So this is a small breakup for your reference. With this, we'll go for the next slide, Steve. As I mentioned, the same details is going to be updated in the previous slide. So just for a reference on the country level breakup on what percentage of no MSP is still pending. And along with that, on the same slide, we have the MSP, no MSP report has been updated, or MSP completion data report has been updated in our BNI Academy. Please utilize this link. Please get the report and making sure that you're going to circulate to the respective peers, so that they can utilize the report, they can focus on no MSP completion, and they can mark the appropriate members to be completed, so that we'll try to focus on our week, and we'll try to achieve on those things. So with this, I'll hand it over back to you, Steve.
Thank you, Raj. Appreciate all the work that you're doing as well. And we'll turn it over to Nia for our translation support.
Thank you, Steve. Hello, everyone. Here are some translation updates for Global Link. So if you are thinking to review the already translated files, which have been offline translated, or you have those translated files from somewhere else, if you're thinking to review them in Global Link, that cannot be done because of some file formatting. So you have to do the translation using Global Link from the beginning, and you cannot do it in the middle of any phase. And Global Link users must log in every 90 days. So to keep the accounts active, otherwise your account can be deactivated. And next is please complete the submission in all three phases: translation, review, and download deliverable. Only after that, you will be able to download the translated file from Global Link. Otherwise, this will show you that the particular submission or file in the submission is stuck in a phase. And if you are pushing to complete and to push the file or submission through all the phases, you have to complete the steps. There are some steps. I will cover these topics in our monthly translation POC call as well. So please do that to get the downloaded files, translated files from Global Links. Please complete all these phases. And I can see that there are many submissions that are in active phases, because some of the users, they have translated them, and they would be thinking that that translation didn't work, but they have not been moved through all the phases. So please do that in the next time. Steve, please, next slide.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate the use of Global Link. It helps us to better manage the translation projects. It also helps to improve the accuracy. The more we use this system, the greater the translation, the accuracy becomes. It helps with our glossary, and it will help you ultimately in streamlining this process. I know a lot of people like to use some offline platforms and things like that, but it really helps us to be able to track these things if we're using a common platform like Global Link. So thank you. All right, next slide, Nia.
Thank you. Yeah, if you're creating a submission, these are the file formats that you can upload to the Global Link. Other than that, for example, PDF and other file formats, other than these file formats, that will not be possible in the system, and you will not be able to access them in the submission. So those will be shown as inactive submissions or inactive file formats in your project. So please consider these file formats to upload to create the submission. Thank you, Steve. Next one. Yeah, and there are more topics that I will be covering in the translation POC call on the last Friday of every month. And our next call will be on 31st of July at 8 a.m. ET. And here is the link. You will get it in this slide. Next, please. So again, to request the translation, please fill out this translation request form, and I will try to translate. I will try to get the translation done as soon as possible. And if there are e-learnings, please wait for a while, because we are working on that. Our team is working on that with the vendor, and to get the SCORM packages translated. For e-learning, our Global Link, we cannot do it through Global Link, and we need to get the documents from SCORM packages, so that cannot be done. We can translate video files, and we are also working on translating Ivan's podcasts that are MP3 file formats. So first, I need to convert it from MP3 to MP4. Then I'm able to do the translation through Hagen. So, and for e-learnings, please wait for our vendor's side. And next, please. Yes, these are the training POC lists and translation POC list. You will get them here. You can access these lists here, and please provide the update if you have any in your team. Thanks for this. That's it from my side.
Thank you, Nia. Really appreciate it. One of the things with the translations, we are working right now. Hagen just did an upgrade to their platform that does allow us to produce SCORM packages with the translation capabilities. There's a few bugs with it and things like that we're working with Hagen right now on this. So we're hoping in the near future that SCORM packages and some of the e-learnings will be able to use Hagen much more efficiently, much more effectively. But translations, one of the things that we've been working through with the National Master Trainer and Certified Trainer program is that you work very closely with the translation points of contact in your country. We've got Nia and Agustin on our team, but we're really relying on the national office to really handle a lot of this, and that's why we're really training and educating folks on the Global Link platform so that they can do the translations themselves. So we just want to reiterate that because it'll streamline the process. If you're doing it, you can do the review, the edits, utilizing the tool, and then being able to upload the content, download it, and then upload it to where it's going to be needed. And this will especially help with the local files now on Academy for you to be able to do that much more easily. So this all kind of comes together, all the translations, the BNI Academy, the training content, everything all comes together here. So, and this is why these calls are so important that we communicate this out to you. And then get your support as well on this. So really appreciate that. Thank you, Nia. And then just as a reminder, if you need any assistance, please reach out to us. If it's BNI Academy related, training content, resources, translation, anything that we can help direct you. Sometimes we don't handle everything, but we can direct you to the appropriate person or department. And then before we go to questions and answers, I'll close it out with our closing quote, which is change is the end result of all true learning. And that was Leo Buscaglia, whoever he was. He had a great quote. All right, so we'll open it up to questions and answers in just a second. Our next call is going to be next month, August 6th. Same time, 8:30 a.m. We look forward to seeing everybody. So we'll open it up to any questions, comments, concerns. I didn't see if there was any more questions that came in the chat or Q&A. How do you know when we can get the new leadership team manual? Yes, we are we are waiting right now on the product team. I think we're supposed to have it back from them today, if I'm not mistaken, Truman.
Yes, that's right. They said they're reviewing their final edits this morning, so hoping to get it out as soon as we can.
Yeah, we've been hoping, we've been setting the goal for July 1st. We're hoping to keep that goal. So we're just waiting on the product team right now for their final edits and things like that to get it back over to us. I saw another question in the chat come in. Does there happen to be a recording of any resources of one of the Global Link sessions? Yes, we should have those. Nia, we could drop those into the POC group. Any other questions? Evelyn has her hand raised.
When the bulk moving is happening from global files to local files, the links will not change. Like the resources will still have the same link. Do we know that?
They should. I want to confirm with the developer because I haven't asked them that specific question, Evelyn, but I would believe that they really should contain the same link if we use just like a move function. Let me confirm that with them. I'm like 99% sure. I want to be 100. And I'll make sure to communicate that.
Okay, thank you.
To add a point on that, like, your 98% is actually 100% correct. Like the link will not change. We're just moving a resource from one place to another place, actually.
That's what I was thinking, Raj. I just always get cautious before I get an 100% yes, but yeah, they shouldn't change.
It's
Thank
just
you.
like, it's just like you're adding a course for multiple programs. So the link will not change. The similar way for the resources as well.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep. Anything else? Well, really appreciate seeing everyone this morning, this evening, this afternoon, wherever you're joining us from. Big shout out to everyone on my team, Paula, Catherine, Jenny, Jen, Truman, Raj, Nia, all the work that they're doing. A lot of it's behind the scenes, but it's having such a dramatic impact, and really appreciate all the work that you guys are doing for lifelong learning and development in your country. So really appreciate each and every one of you. So with that, I hope everyone has a great weekend. We've got a little celebration we'll be doing here in the US over the weekend, and we hope that you all have enjoyed as well. All right, that's it. Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Bye.